How you doing, guys? It's your boy. I'm out with Lucy this evening. I just got back home a few minutes ago, taking her out for a little walk. So, hope you guys had a good day today. And feel free to let me know in the comments down below. What do you think, Lucy? Nice. I'll give people some time to pop in. Hey, what's going on, Kapongo? Thanks for popping in. You were heckin' dope. Hope you had a good day today. Depending on which time zone you're in. I don't know if it's morning over by you, or evening, or whatever. I don't know. It's about, what is it, about 8:30 over by me? Yeah, a little past 8:30. Hey, what's going on, Deb? Good to see you. How was your day, Deb? You had a good day today? I just got back home from doing my evening gig work just a few minutes ago. I actually got to stay out a few hours tonight, so that was cool. It was actually moderately busy. No real knockout orders, but, you know, enough to keep the wheels turning, right? Let's see, Deb says it's good. Nice. Glad you had a good day today. Let's see. Oh, you were looking for the cat, weren't you, Lucy? Yeah, we found a deceased cat over here the day before yesterday. She can still smell them. Poor kitty. Now, let's see. Deb said I made 103 in 3 hours today. Wow, way to go. I made about 60 in a touch over 3 hours. About 3 hours, give or take. That's actually pretty good for me. No, it's not an impressive number, but hey, whatever. It's all good. I did work earlier this afternoon, so I did about $83 today, which is actually on the higher end of how it's been lately. Hey, what's going on, Watt Hustle? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can crack $100. My goal was 100, but then these apps just jumped off a cliff. I was like, all right, well, that plus it's getting cold out, so ready to go back home. And it's gonna warm up a little bit this weekend, and then it's gonna be like in the 70s for the high throughout next week. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Kelly? How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Lala. Hope you lovely ladies had a lovely day today. Feel free to share about that in the comment section down below. And then Lala says hi to Lucy. Deb says hi to Lala. And Lala says hi to Deb. Nice. All right, hold on, Lucy. Hold on a second, sweetie. All right, go ahead, Lucy. Good girl. Yeah, she's very good about waiting to cross the street until I give the okay. Can never be too safe out here, you know. Let's see, who else we got? Let's see, Kelly says, good to see you, Mike. Hey, what's up, Cobalt? Cobalt says, Henwo. It's cool seeing a bunch of people saying Henwo to people. That is heckin' dope. And then Kelly says, hi, everybody. And we got Matthew Worcester 2366. Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Matthew says poop. She'll probably do a poopy in her usual spot. I don't know if she's holding anything in or not. Let's see. Lala says, hi, Daisy. Deb says, hi, Daisy. Lala says, she's such a good pup. She sure is. And then Kelly's waving. That's cool. Matthew Worcester says, that pup is so bad. Well, that's not very nice. It's only her first time. She's the sweetest, most lovely little Shar-Pei in the whole wide world. Definitely the spunkiest dog that I've ever had in my life, for sure. She's not even mine. Because, I have roommates with my landlord. Matthew hates the pup. All right, well, you're out of here, Matthew. Goodbye. You had your chance. I was being nice to you, buddy, but, yeah. Probably a stupid kid. Go watch your Coco Melon. Go watch your Coco Melon on mom's tablet. Drink your apple juice. Do your homework. Be a good boy. But thanks for popping in anyway, Matthew. You are heckin' dope for popping in, but not heckin' dope outside of that. Anyway, we got Sosa Man 10. I don't know if I pronounced that. Sosa Man 1017 says, drop a like. Thanks for hitting the like button. Appreciate you popping in. And Yvonne's here. She says, hey, Mikey. How's it going, Yvonne? How was your day? And then Yvonne says, hey to Kelly. And Deb says, hi, Nana. Sucks. Yeah. Oh, well. They can't all be winners, I guess. Let's see. Lala says, hi, Yvonne. Lala asks, how was your day, Mike? My day was fine. It wasn't too bad. When I tried to work earlier today, like the daytime, like brunch, lunch, it was pretty slow. I only did about $23 and change, but then I came out to work this evening and I did about 60. So overall, decent day. I usually try to aim for $100 a day on the weekends, but close enough. If I do a little better during the day tomorrow, then I should be able to pull that off. It didn't help that one of the Uber Eats orders I did had a 17-minute wait time. It had a steak dinner, and then it had some kind of fried chicken dinner, I guess. But I don't know, man. 17 minutes for that stuff? They probably overcooked the heck out of it if it takes 17 minutes, am I right? So I wasn't too crazy with that. It did kill my momentum a little bit, but well, we got that dropped off and we just kept working, so it could be worse. And then Yvonne says it was good. Yvonne says, hey to Lala. Lala says, nice, not too bad at least. Yeah, for my standard, tonight was pretty good. And as I figured, February was going to trend upward a little bit for me. Because January, like, New Year's Day is pretty good, and January is just very mediocre. And then February usually picks up, and it just gets a bit better from there. At least, generally speaking, for me. Up until about mid-August. And then mid-August goes right back to being slow. But I make do. And let's see, Kelly says, hey, Yvonne. And then Yvonne says, that's a long time. Yeah. But it's all right. It's over with. That's all that matters. Plus, I've had some worse wait times before. That's for dang sure. I remember one of my live streams from like earlier last year when I was doing Earn by Time with DoorDash. I was at McDonald's, right? And I was at the one over by U1, and that place is very hit or miss. And it took 31 minutes. It took 31 minutes. And I made it known that I was picking up for so-and-so. And then the manager tried to act like no one came to claim the order. And I was like, ma'am, with all due respect, I've been here the whole time and I let you guys know. And I don't know. She was texting on her phone, so not very professional. There was that one time, right? And then even worse. Yeah, I know. I've had an even worse wait time than that. It was on Black Friday. I think it was in I don't remember if it was 2024 or if it was in 2023. But I was waiting at Taco Bell the day before Thanksgiving because there was a surprising decent amount of orders that day. And I was picking up a double with DoorDash. It took 47 minutes because the Taco Bell, the whole line, like there was a whole line just wrapping around the joint, and the whole inside of the building was filled. And my God, it was just freaking crazy, dude. 47 minutes. And neither customer tipped more. So, yeah, that was definitely my worst wait time ever for a delivery. But I digress. Oh, let's go. Mad Matt, he's pooping all over my stream. And he's been a member of the Cobb Squad for 8 months. You are heckin' dope, Matt. Appreciate you being part of the Cobb Squad. Hope you had a good day today, too. Oh, he's sending more. Oh, my goodness. Let's see, as he would say, gotta put some W's in the chat. Am I right? Put some W's in the chat for all those happy poops. And what is that? What are those gloves? Whatever those things are, those are cool. Those are heckin' dope. Lala says Nature of the Beast. Indeed. Hey, Eliana, how you doing? Good to see you. Just out walking with Lucy. Yvonne says, oh man. Mad Matt says, Henwo. Lala says, Maddie. And then Ellie says, Matt. And then putting some W's. Oh, what do we got there? Is that it's a flaming torch. Oh, that's cute. I don't think I've seen that one. That's heckin' dope. Yeah, appreciate the jewels. Appreciate the jewels and all the W's for Matt in the chat. And then what do we got? Oh, we got some ice cream with a cherry on top. Ah, look at that. We got a sundae. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yvonne says I would have gave up on it. Yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have, but the reason why I stuck with it was because they weren't sending me any shopping orders, which I would have preferred. They kept sending me a bunch of food delivery, and Ship wasn't sending me anything around that time of day. We're talking like 7, 8 o'clock at night. And I already got my Shipt bonus that day anyway. And I still did pretty solid, all things considered. It was still a good day. But yeah, I hope that never happens again. Let's see. Yeah, Lala says, dang, that's a long wait. Yeah, indeed. And then Vaughn says, I don't have a lot of patience. Yeah, I mean, patience is a spectrum, am I right? You know, sometimes you can have too much patience to where it makes it seem like, you know, oh, well, this guy, I could just get away with whatever. It doesn't matter. He's patient. Although I think that's really mistaking tolerance for patience. The two of them get conflated. Like, it's kind of like muscle and strength. They both synergize well, but they're not the same thing. And I kind of feel a similar way about patience and tolerance. Like, if you're going to be patient, you have to have some degree of tolerance. And if you're going to be, but, you know, it's not always the inverse. Like squares, rectangles, rectangles, squares. You know, I don't know. Let's see. Ellie says hi to Lala. Mad Matt's got some W's from before. Ellie's got some W's from before. Lala's got, let's see. Lala says, thank you, Maddie, for ripping all over Mike's stream. Yeah, I appreciate that. And let's see. Maddie LMAO voice text. Oh, tell me about it, man. Voice text. I gotta like proofread what I send half the time because of my accent. I'll say certain words and it's like makes me say something else entirely. But oh well. And then what we got? We got some sheeps. Are those sheeps? That's cute. Those are cute indeed. And then Lala says, very true. Yeah. But it's all good. The things we gotta do to make a few bucks around here. So how's the weather over by everybody? It got moderately warm today. It got up to 60. That's probably a heat wave to a lot of use, but for me, 60 is fair. It's like, not the highest. It's about 49 right now. Usually I cut off around 50 degrees, mainly because my hands get very cold. Like my hands feel like freaking icicles right now, and I got those thermal gloves that help keep my hands warm when it gets colder, but it only helps to such a degree, you know? Like if I had them without, if I didn't have those gloves and I was riding around in the 60s, yeah, my hands would definitely feel numb and cold. They kind of do right now. But I can basically tolerate like another 10 to 20 degrees with them. That's partly why I was able to stay off for longer tonight compared to usual. But as I mentioned, it is going to get a little warmer tomorrow. It's supposed to get up to 63, I think. And then it's supposed to get up to 65 on Sunday. And then all of next week, it's going to be in the 70s. At least that's what it's looking like. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Because that means that basically means the worst is behind us. I mean, it got to frickin' 25 last week. It was all the way down to 25 degrees and then 26 degrees afterwards. Oh, let's go. Mad Matt sent a 100. That's heckin' dope. Yeah, I appreciate all the jewels, man. Oh, there we go. We got another 100. Wouldn't it be fun? 7? And then I'd be all like how Dean does. The numbers. What is I'm a little lost with the lingo, but what does 67 stand for? If anyone cares to explain that, let me know in the comment section down below. I just kind of tagged along with the bandwagon, but I don't know what 67 means. Because you know me, 31-year-old boomer, but I'm actually a 69-year-old man. So, go figure that one out, huh? Hey, what's up, Charles? How you doing? Charles says hi to Mike and Lucy. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope you had a good day today, Charles. Did you go out and do some gig work? Let's see. Lala says, Matt, you the best. Yes, he is. He is heckin' dope. Yeah, when he was telling me that I was his longest running continuous member, you know, without like an issue with the membership or something, I thought that was really cool, man. I had no idea. Let's see. Charles, Mad Matt says only the kids know what 67 is. Yeah, I figured. Like, I know some modern lingo, but I'd be lying if I told you that I had like a modern lingo dictionary in my pocket and just checked it every time that some 15, 16-year-old said something. I'd be like, oh, speaking of Dean, there he is. Yeah, I was just talking about you and the numbers. And let's see, Dean has been a member with us for 8 months. Appreciate your continued patronage with the Cobb Squad. You are heckin' dope, Dean. And then Charles says, I can't believe it got down to 25 for you. Oh, yeah, it was freaking nuts, man. And the high was like 42. And it was windy. So the feels like temperature was even colder. They said the feels like was only about 33. So, yeah, I pretty much just skipped that whole day. I basically sat it out. It kind of sucked because that was first day of the month, and you start off your first day of the month having to skip work. It's like, ugh, it's rough. But hey, it's looking like it's gonna pick up from here. It better, because I got some things to work on behind the scenes, and it's pretty urgent. But I'll just keep it at that for now. And Casey, what's going on, Casey? He says, "Okay, boomer." Yes, that's a good description. And let's see. Mad Matt says, "No, you are, Lala. Lala is heckin' dope." Lala says, "I don't think anyone knows what it is aside from it being a thing that they post to be annoying." I guess so. Yeah, I know. And then Charles says, "Yes, DD." Oh, you did some DD today? Cool. Yeah, I was actually out a few hours and did moderately well tonight. Mostly food delivery. But then again, it's a Friday night. It's not too surprising. And then Lala says hi to Charles. And he got a membership. He got a gifted membership. Oh, look at that. Lala got it. Hey, that's heckin' dope. I appreciate that, Dean. Appreciate the gifted membership. You are heckin' dope. Very, very generous donos and jewels and things and stuff tonight. Very heckin' dope indeed. And then Yvonne says, "Hey, Dean." Lala says, "Hey, Dean." And then Casey says, "Lala, pizza, one bite, everybody knows the rules." Oh, he's sharing pizza with us. That's cool. And then, oh, look at that. Yvonne has been a member of the Cobb Squad for 8 months. Appreciate that, Yvonne. You are heckin' dope. And then Lala says, "Bullseye, LMAO." Thank you, Dean. Oh yeah, man, it's pretty cool when you buy a gifted membership and you get it for someone that, you know, like you just know, one of the regulars around here, instead of just like a complete stranger, no PDF or you know, no profile picture type thing. You know, just you see a random user and you don't even know who they are. Whenever I see that, I'm like, you know, that could have been spent on someone else, you know? It's too bad that you can't pick the people that you get a gifted membership for, you know? But I guess it's also kind of cool because it's like a raffle in a way. So, I don't know, give and take. And then Yvonne says, "Hey, Charles." And then Dean says hi to Yvonne and Lala. That's heckin' dope. And then Charles says hi to Lala. And Lala says, "Yes, KC, pizza time." That's heckin' dope. And then Dean says hi to Charles. And then Charles says hi to Dean and hi to Yvonne. And then Lala says, "Thanks for the gifted membership, Dean. That was super cool." Indeed. Hikes, LOL. Yeah, pretty much. How far are we going, Lucy? Looks like she's still wanting to walk some more. That's cool. Looks like we got a longer walk. Yeah, we keep going, Lucy. Pretty girl. Oh, yeah, watch your step, sweetie. And then Lala says, "Yeah, I agree. Heck yes. Indeed." I started bringing back my corny joke series. For anyone that doesn't know, I've got a series of shorts where I tell a corny joke. And some of the newer ones that are going to be coming out soon are like literally corny, as in about actual corn, like kernels and cobs and stuff like that. I have those ones called the world's corniest jokes. So I don't know, maybe that'll attract some attention on the algorithm. I mean, you figure it's thematically fitting. I like me some puns and dad jokes and bad jokes and corny jokes. Let's see. Dean asks, "How was Lucy handling the cooler weather?" Oh, she loves it. It's cold weather. She gets extra frisky and very active. Because, like, whenever it's hot out or just, like, super freaking humid, she's not a fan of it. Neither am I. I turn into a sweaty mess. I don't love that. But she definitely loves this cool weather. For sure. Lala says it would be cool if you could choose to either give groups of randoms, single randoms, or specific people. Give a single gifted membership to. Why not give us the option? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really know why they operate like that. Because what I'm thinking is, like, they can keep the randomized option or, like, give people the ability to choose somebody, you know? Okay. Charles says she likes to walk. That's true. Especially when it's cooler. And then Lala says it'd be neat to give a membership to a friend for a birthday or things like that. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like, maybe if we get enough people to tell YouTube HQ, they'll probably just do nothing about it. But no, that would be a cool idea, though. That would be heckin' dope. But I don't know. All right, it looks like Lucy's ready to go back. I know she, speaking of the cooler weather, whenever she goes to the park in the morning, I know she gets extra frisky because she gets to play with some of her friends, depending on which park she goes to. So my landlord, she takes her to the parks in the morning. And sometimes she'll take her to, like, the Marina Park, where she's met a lot of her longer time friends, like she's known since she was very young. And then there's another park, it's called Fay Lake. She likes to go there sometimes too. I don't know the last time they went there, but they got a couple friends over there as well. And that park actually looks like a park because they put it around the wilderness and there's actual parks around it. It's not just like a fenced in box with some grass and dirt and then call it a park. None of that crap, like an actual park with a hiking trail and all that. And then she's got another trail. It's called Barna Trail. There's another name for it too, I guess, but she loves going there too sometimes. And usually whenever I'm babysitting her, I'll usually take her there. Just because, you know, Lucy's got her own car. My landlord keeps that at the house. Well, she usually takes Lucy in that one, as you figured, but she keeps it at the house whenever she's out of town. And then I just take Lucy to the Barna Trail. Because there's all kinds of big back trails where you can hike. And lots of dogs like to walk around there too. Sometimes she'll see some of her other friends. They're like pugs and Shar-Pei mixes. She gets along with them quite well. And they often have play dates at the house. So she definitely enjoys that. So in other words, she's got more friends than me. Or probably a lot of us. And then let's see. Hey, what's up, Justin? How you doing? Justin says hello, everyone. Hope you had a good day today. And then Dean says hi to Justin. And then Justin says hi to Dean. Good to see you. Noise. Very noise. And then Justin says hi, Mike. Hope you had a good day today. I had a pretty decent day, I would say. It was A-OK. I think tomorrow might be even better. So it'll be just a touch warmer, just a smidge. It also depends how busy it is during the day. Which, I don't know, man. I'd say most of the time, it's really just the evenings that are busy. But I don't give myself a whole lot to do during the day, so I generally just give myself the option to go out opportunistically. Like if I have some time to wait for a roadie order to bump up in price. Because roadie orders, they don't start off particularly well paying, like $6.50 for a couple miles. I mean, that's not bad. That's like your average food delivery order. But I like to wait for it to go up in price. As long as there's not like a lot of competition. like if you look at it and then it disappears type thing. A good chunk of the time, depending on the time of day, I can usually afford to wait. And then if I wait long enough, it'll go up like a couple bucks, or I haven't seen them go up as high as like $15. I mean, I haven't seen that in quite some time, but I've gotten a couple roadie orders, you know, like those CVS orders, pay like 13 and change, just go a couple miles. It's like, heck yeah, man. Because I figured the timing also works, because I'm usually getting ready in the morning for the day. So while I'm sipping on my coffee and saying hi to my buddy John, if you know what I mean by the John, you know, the place to do your Mondo Duke and other things and stuff. Usually I'm doing that stuff while I'm waiting for the roadie order to go up in price. Not a bad way to start your day, I would say. Unless I get like a really good shipped order, but I don't know, man. Shipped has just been MIA. I don't know what the heck happened. I just haven't seen it. Aside from like a couple decent orders, but nothing much beyond that. But DoorDash has really stepped up in my area. With exception to 2 Grubhub and 2 Uber Eats orders tonight, the rest of them were DoorDash. So that's pretty good. Where'd you go, Lucy? Yeah. She's probably inspecting. Lucy runs the HOA. You know, we actually have an HOA, but I've never seen them. They're probably just HOA by name, rather than going around being Karens about the grass being a millimeter too tall, if you know what I mean. Where'd you go, Lucy? Lucy? She's probably around the car. Let's see. Lala says, hi, Justin. Then Justin says, Lala, good to see you. Oh, I hear her. She's over here. And then Charles says, I've been watching corny jokes. Very corny. Oh, yeah, I got even cornier ones. Since you're a member of the Cobb Squad, you can see them now, too, if you feel like. They're called the world's corniest jokes, and they are literally about corn. So I figured it makes sense. So literally and figuratively. Where'd you go, Lucy? She's like, I can hear her. Lucy. Where'd you go? Baby. Now we're playing Where's Waldo, except it's Where's Lucy. Oh, there she is. Baby, what are you doing? What, are you inspecting the boat? You gotta make sure it's up to code? Yeah, I don't blame you. Lucy always has to make sure everything's all right. You can come back now, sweetie. Come on. Baby. Come on, Lucy. My hands are freaking icicles. The rest of my body's warm. It's just my hands. Okay, maybe my nose too, but all this pollen out here lately, dude. It's crazy. It's got my nose so runny it can try out for track. It's running like a refrigerator, you know? All right, come on, sweetie. Yeah, let's head inside, baby. Baby. It's okay. You did everything. You did your little inspection and all those things and stuff. All right, let's turn this light off. Yeah, this is the light I've been using for our walks. I put it on my bike because it's very bright. It's got about 5,800 lumens. So it's even brighter than the light that comes with the bike. So that's heckin' dope. All right, come here. Look at that wrinkly forehead. All right. Good night, Lucille. We love you very much, baby. Okay, well, I'm heading back inside right now. I appreciate you guys popping in today. And thanks for all the jewels and being members of the Cobb Squad, the gifted membership, and really just everyone popping in saying hello. living it up in the chat. You guys are heckin' dope. Lala says, I was going to comment on that. Definitely a good light. Oh, yeah, big time. Makes all the difference. But anyway, I love you guys. Appreciate the continued support of my channel. I'll see you next time. Take care.